Mike from Winthrop Harbor.
Oh, hey, Mike. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Dobie. How's it going?
Buddy, if it was any better, I'd have to be twins.
Well, the reason I called, I heard you talking about the blue-green algae part.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there was. Well, you don't have to call me sir. I worked for a living.
Yes, Mr. Mike.
There you go. Yeah, there was one actually in Africa. I can't think of the name of it, but they also had one in South America, and there was a lake in near Mount Hood in the state of Washington, because I was starting to get into that blue-green algae. And
did you try it yourself?
No, I never. I was back in the 90s. They were pushing it big time.
It was huge, man. I remember. And to me, I'm thinking these are just placebos. But allegedly, people were swearing by it. It's great stuff.
Yeah, I got into herbs and vitamins when I was a Nam. I got real sick and stuff. And when I was still in the Air Force and even got out, the doctors would tell me some of the stuff there was like always flu, but it wasn't. I started reading a book. You could probably look it up. I might get his last name wrong. I think it was Earl Minor or Minor.
Mindell. Earl Mindell's Vitamin Bible?
Vitamin Bible, yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, yes.
And I got into that over 35 years ago. I'm 62 now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's helped a lot. The vitamins and the herbs do help, and the minerals. And one of the things is like, same with the water coming from the Himalayan mountains, with picking up the minerals on the way down. When it gets down to the lowest spot, because water, obviously, takes the shortest path.
You know what rolls downhill, and payday's on Friday.
But, sad scene about, like, you go down to Kankakee, Illinois. I've been down there, like, 2004, 2005, and you just basically see piles and piles of fertilizer just, like, on the corners of these farmlands. It's so pathetic. Because, the Americans aren't getting the right minerals that they're supposed to be getting in their food. And one of the things I also found out last year, I had a little prostate scare and was looking into that pretty good, changed my diet a little more and stuff, and found out that one of the, in China, that they never had a prostate problem, but since the diet's changing because they're getting Americanized with the fast food, the prostate cancer's level shot up in China with men.
You believe it?
Yeah.
Me too.
As far as minerals go, there's a really interesting product called bioplasma.
I heard of it.
Yeah, there was a guy, Dr. Schussler, years ago.
The Cat in the Hat guy? Oh, that's Seuss. I'm sorry.
You were close.
Sorry, I'm just trying to help.
I think Dr. Seuss had his own kind of pills.
Green eggs and ham.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and green eggs and ham. Sam, I am.
But,
anyway, Schussler's minerals are 12 different minerals. And you get a bottle of them with like 1,000 little pills in them for around $20. And I firmly believe that adding those minerals to your diet really are good because they take care of your cells.
Well, if I remember, I think some of it's what they call them the colloidal mineral water. You ever hear that?
Yeah. Colloidal minerals are good because the particles are small enough they can get into the cell real easily.
Yeah. It's just so sad how like I said, how everything is the main thing in this country is nutrition, and by the time you take this food and they process it so much, it's just ridiculous, and they wonder why all these cancers are sprouting up. I mean, I can't prove it, but that's my gut feeling is one of the reasons.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to cure cancer because there's billions of dollars in trying
it's a racket. I mean, you think that a guy at the American Cancer Society is making a couple $1 million a year? Why would he want to phase his job out?
Well, I remember saying that back in hhigh school, and I'm 48, so that's 30 years ago now.
Yeah,
about the thing with Jerry's kids, and I'm all for helping people. That really, I like doing that stuff. And I said, you ever notice that Jerry Lewis is on with the telethon every year? If somebody had the cure, I bet they'd pour it out, say, "Hey, idiot, I need a gig," and it's I got so much trouble for saying that. But it's like, how do we know that's not true?
Well, you want to see hear something interesting? Back in the 70s, now they changed it. When people were putting these killing their weeds and stuff. Actually, part of the stuff that was in the weed killer back then was the dioxin from Agent Orange. And they changed it now over the years, but these were people that just wanted these great green lawns, and you look like chickweed and dandelion. It helps your liver and your immune system.
Yeah. That's the last I knew of the principal ingredient in lawn poison is 2,4-D. Which is
it's sad how much people just have a nice green lawn and what they're doing to the earth, but. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw in my 2 cents, and it's a very interesting show.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
We really
Thanks,
appreciate
Mike.
you listening.
Bye.
Mike's one of our regulars. We appreciate everybody that calls, even if you're irregular.
And while Mike was on, Streetcar Bob called with some more information on the super blue-green algae. He said there's a company out of Oregon called Celltech.
That was the company, yes.
That has some super pure form that comes from the mountain in Oregon, something like that. And then he also said to ask our guest about wolfberry juice. He gets a bottle of that every year for his birthday, and he says it tastes great. And it
wolfberry juice.
Wolfberries?
Wolfberry juice.
Oh, we're not talking about poop again, are we?
No, those are horse apples, not wolfberries.
Well, I'm just asking. I've never heard of it.
Really? Okay.
There are no wolfberries in my garden.
All right.
Streetcar, call us up and enlighten us. Now, I looked up while you guys were talking here. Blue-green algae. It's a big, long word, cyano bacteria.
Cyanobacteria.
Cyanobacteria, also known as blue-green algae, is a phylum of bacteria that obtain their energy through photosynthesis. The name cyanobacteria comes from the color of the bacteria. The ability to perform oxygenetic photosynthesis is thought to have converted the early reducing atmosphere into oxidizing one, which dramatically changed the composition of life forms on Earth by stimulating... thank you for moving my teleprompter like Obama. I can't read my teleprompter. I don't know what to say.
Sorry.
According to theory, in plants, algae have evolved in ancestors, and it's supposed to be good for you.
Wow.
So I don't know. Drink it out of but they scrape it off the bottom of this lake that they're talking about, Streetcar Bob in Oregon, wherever it is, and they sell you these little pills. But could it be a placebo too?
Yeah, you never know what you're getting unless you can, go scrape it yourself. You don't know what you're getting.
Well, let's talk about the placebo for a second.
Okay, let's do that.
I want to pitch wheatgrass juice, though, because it's really good for you, and I do grow my own.
Wheatgrass juice.
Wheatgrass juice?
Now, I read a little bit about it, and again, a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. Cannot wheatgrass juice, what's the word I'm looking for, go bad? I'm trying to think.
Like get rancid?
Rancid, that's right.
Rob a bank?
Rancidity, yes, goes bad. Wheatgrass, yeah. Put your money in the bank, yeah. Sugar beet partner is going to carry you. Yeah, exactly.
I grow the wheatgrass, and then we cut the wheatgrass, and then we run it through a little hand crank grinder. It does take time. It's labor intensive. Mm-hmm. But then what we do is we freeze it in ice cube trays.
Okay.
So it doesn't go bad.
Okay. So you put it in drinks.
Yeah.
Watered, whatever.
Well, you thaw it then.
It doesn't have a taste much, does it?
Oh, yeah.
What does it taste like?
Like wheatgrass.
Oh, it tastes... I don't like the taste very much. It's really overwhelming. Yeah. I put it in, in apple juice.
Okay.
Or something like that.
To hide the taste?
Well, to blend the taste.
Okay.
But anyway, so wheatgrass is... I don't think you need blue-green algae if you've got wheatgrass because it's a lot of chlorophyll. Lots. It's the most beautiful green. Mm-hmm. When you look at it, it really is beautiful. But I just lost the thread here.
I was so eating like out of a lawn clippings bag is not going to be the same thing. Sprinkle that on your salad.
I wondered though. Because it's
the same thing.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say.
All right. Okay.
The hemoglobin molecule has got, in the middle of it, has got one atom of magnesium. And the only difference one atom of iron. And the only difference between that and the chlorophyll molecule is the chlorophyll molecule has got one atom of magnesium. Mm-hmm. So they're very similar. So I'm thinking maybe, in a kind of voodoo kind of way, maybe the wheatgrass juice is good for the blood.
Could be. Now, another thing I want to talk about is enzymes. Allegedly, through all the falsification of the plants and the non-organic growing of them, that takes the enzymes out, which help us digest them. That's a whole other set of health problems that the modern generation civilization is facing.
Well, cooked food. When you cook it, you're taking enzymes out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even meat?
Could we?
Turkey tartare is not something I've ever heard of.
I'll tell you, you're asking about meat. Roxy, our Great Dane, has been switched to a raw diet. Mm-hmm. She's eating raw meat, raw chicken in particular.
Wow.